here we go. It's Saturday, the day after Christmas. As you can see, it's a little bit snowy. Show you what's going on here. Got my generator going. Got my heater. Hope you can hear me okay. Got my coffee. It's over here getting cold. Sun's shining. Christmas is over. I'm happy. I hate Christmas. The idea of Christmas is fine, but just the fact that you've got time limits, and you got crowds, and you got to buy stuff, and you know, I spoil my kids all year long, so I don't know what to get them at Christmas because I've already bought them everything. But anyway, that's a different story. So we're out here with the big wildebeest. I call that thing the wildebeest because it's kind of short and stubby, and it's kind of got a high shoulder area there. And if you ever rode a wildebeest, yeah, that's kind of like what it's like riding in that thing, is being on a wildebeest. Bucks you around and chucks you around. But anyway, so these people lost power on Christmas Day. Actually, Christmas Eve, they lost power. So what happened here is, you can't tell it, well, maybe what the sun is. We're looking towards the south. There's the south. Over that way is the west. In Ohio, that's where all the weather comes from. So Thursday night, we had all that heavy rain, and it blew in here, and it got down on top of this. Gets in that seal. Now, this is a brand new house, so that doesn't, so what I'm telling you, a brand new house doesn't mean you're not going to have problems. So we put putty. We always putty this up, but whoever did this didn't putty it up. So it got water in it. That water went down there, went down into that part, went right down in there, right down in there, right down to their main breaker. So that water went down to that main breaker. And then it went from 30 degrees to like 20 degrees in an hour. So that water, let me walk away so you can hear me. So that water instantly froze. And what it did was it busted the inside of that breaker, and it pushed the breaker apart so that the breaker wasn't making contact anymore. So I can't get a breaker till Monday. So what we're doing is we're going to try to thaw the breaker out, get that ice out of it, see if we can get the breaker to come back on. If we can't get the breaker to come back on, we're going to bypass the breaker. I got some extra wire. We'll take those wires off, and we'll hook them directly to the bottom of the meter temporarily until they can get their power on, until I can get that breaker on Monday when Amazon delivers it. So they will have power shortly. I don't think I'm going to have to do that. I think I can get it. I think I can get it to come on. So there you go. Happy Christmas, or Happy New Year now. Enjoy the sunshine. Looks like we're going skiing tomorrow. See you later. Look how much water is in that thing. I just drilled a hole to let the water out. Now, I drilled a hole, a bunch came out, and I had to stop it and get my video started. So that's how much water was in that breaker. That's the kind of stuff that I'm always fixing. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know, there's 11 million people. There's 11 million people in Columbus. I don't know how many buildings, but every day my phone rings incessantly. Problems. And it ain't like, you know, if people want their porch painted, they can wait until it's warm out. People want electric, and they want it now. So yeah, so look at all that puddle of water. So we drilled a hole, let that water out. I think we'll be good to go. I'm going to let it dry out a little bit, and then I'm going to turn it on. We're going to go home and eat ham. All right, we got the water. We got the water out of it. Duck seal. So that's what we put around that entrance, that service entrance, to make sure water don't get in there. See, these are supposed to be watertight connectors, but they're never watertight. They never get installed properly, and they don't get tight enough to keep the water out. So we always put duck seal. Now that's the difference between calling me, somebody with experience, or hiring some Craigslist electrician. Those Craigslist guys that are cheap they don't know about this duct seal, and they don't put it on there. And that duct seal costs $5. But that duct seal not being on there just cost these people $1,000 to have me come out and fix their stuff on Christmas, replace that breaker, plus come back on Monday, actually replace the breaker. Today I'm just draining it and getting it back on. So that's probably 50 cents worth of duct seal. And that 50 cents worth of duct seal caused a lot of headaches and problems by not being there. So I run into a lot of situations where somebody has hired a cheap electrician, or somebody's dad or somebody's father-in-law does it for them, and they just omit things like that. And it's those little things that make sure your system lasts. So it's better to spend a little bit more money and hire a proper electrician with somebody with experience that knows these problems versus coming out here and getting somebody on Craigslist for 20 bucks. And then, yeah, you might save money, but you're going to pay for it later. We got a saying in the electrician world: you think it's expensive to hire an electrician, wait till you got to hire one twice to fix the other guy's crap. So I think we're about ready to put this meter in, turn these power back on, and make these people happy. So it's the day after Christmas, but I'm going to give them a late Christmas present. So here we go. First, we're going to take this meter. Might as well turn that stuff off. So turn that stuff off so they can hear me. Now this thing's either going to shoot sparks or the power's going to come on. So I'm going to do it with my foot. I think I hear there's something up running. Hey, we got voltage. I think I just heard their sump pump turn on and I didn't see no sparks. Usually they come running out the door after I turn the power on. I give them about 30 seconds.
That was an exciting moment.
Yep, I told you, 30 seconds. It's usually about how long it takes them to come out the door.
So you got it thought out.
So yeah, so we thought it out. I actually drilled a hole in the bottom of it to get the water out, because I thought, you know, if I get this thawed out tonight and then it refreezes again, then you have the same problem. So I drilled a hole in it, and you should have seen the amount of water that came out of it.
Oh yeah.
It was plumb full of water.
Okay.
And what I did is I went ahead and put duct seal.
Okay.
This is the stuff. This is 25 cents right here. But you get these electricians, they're just cheap ass, the lowest bidder, and they
just get it done.
This isn't required by code.
Okay.
But this saves thousands and thousands of dollars sealing this up, make sure, because these watertight connections, they're never watertight.
Yeah.
Especially on the south side or the west side of the house. They just get pounded with water. Happens all the time. So